Hello, class 9th. This is Seema ma'am, and we are going to study the last chapter in civics, democratic rights. In the previous chapters, we had studied how democratic government is periodically elected and that in a democracy institutions that there are institutions that follow certain rules and procedures. Elections are a must, but for the enjoyment of democracy and a democratically elected government, another important element is a must, that that is that citizens should have democratic rights which can set limits in a democracy. This is what we are going to take up in this chapter. Life without rights. You can consider an example. Like in a classroom, if there is no teacher, there is disturbance in the classroom. Or if certain rules and regulations are not followed in a school, like a set timetable, then which teacher should go to which classroom in a certain period will be uncertain. The students are not given proper classrooms, then they will sit in any class they like. So there will be great disturbance in the whole school and confusion all over. So we are going to take up citizens example of certain countries of the world. In chapter 1 we saw Pinochet, who ruled Chile, and in Poland under Jaruzelski. They were not democratic. While in Guantanamo Bay, prison in Guantanamo Bay, about 600 people were secretly picked up by US forces from all over the world and put in a prison in Guantanamo Bay, an area near Cuba controlled by American Navy. So, this is not democracy. In most cases, the governments of their countries were not asked or even informed about the imprisonment. Like other prisoners, Elbana's family got to know that he was in that prison only through media. Families of prisoners, media, or even UN representatives were not allowed to meet them. In US Army, the US Army arrested them, interrogated them, and decided whether to keep them there or not. There was no trial before any magistrate in US, nor could these prisoners approach courts in their own country. So, an organization called Amnesty International, which was a human rights organization, collected information on the condition of the prisoners in Guantanamo Bay and reported that the prisoners were being tortured in the ways that violated the US laws. They were being denied the treatment that even prisoners of war must get as per international treaties. Citizens' rights in Saudi Arabia. The case of Guantanamo looks like an exception, for it involves the government of one country denying the rights to the citizens of another country. Let us therefore look at another case, the case of Saudi Arabia and the position of citizens with regard to their government. Consider these facts. Number 1. The country is ruled by a hereditary king and people have no role in electing or changing their rulers. The second point is the king selects legislature as well as executive. He appoints judges and can change any of their decisions. Citizens cannot form political parties or any political organizations. Nor is the media free to report anything which the monarch does not like. There is no freedom of religion. Every citizen is required to be Muslim. The non-Muslim residents can follow their religion in private, but not in public. Women are subjected to many public restrictions. Women are subjected to many public restrictions. The testimony of one man is considered equal to that of two women. This is true not just of Saudi Arabia. There are many other countries in the world in which conditions similar to Saudi Arab exist. You can take another example. Ethnic massacre in Kosovo. You might think that this is possible in an absolute monarchy, but not in the countries which choose their rulers. Just consider the story from Kosovo. This was a province of Yugoslavia before its split. In this province, the population was mostly Albanian, but in the entire country, Serbs were in majority. Serbs won the election. Their government was hostile to the Kosovo Albanians. The leader wanted the Serbs to dominate the country. Many Serb leaders thought that ethnic minorities like Albanians should either leave the country or accept the dominance of Serbs. This is what happened to an Albanian family in the town of Kosovo in April 1999. This is what happened. 74-year-old Batisha Hoxha was sitting in her kitchen with 77-year-old husband Isaac. They heard explosions but did not realize that Serb troops had already entered the town. The next thing what she saw was 5-6 soldiers entered the front door and killed her husband. They pulled the wedding ring off her finger and told her to get out. They burned their house. The news was typical of what happened to thousands of Albanians in that period. Do you remember that this massacre was being carried out by the army of their own country, working under the direction of a leader who came to power through democratic elections? This was one of the worst instances of killings based on ethnic prejudices in recent times. Let us see rights in a democracy. You would perhaps desire a system where security, dignity, and fair play are assured to everyone. What are rights? Rights are claims of a person. Rights matlab adhikar. Rights are claims of a person over other fellow beings, over the society, and over the government. All of us want to live happily without fear and without being subjected to degraded treatment. For this, we expect others to behave very nicely with us. Equally, our actions should not also harm or hurt others. So, a right is possible when you make a claim that is equally possible for others. You cannot have a right that harms or hurts others. You cannot have a right to play a game in such a way that it breaks the neighbor's window. They should be such that can be made available to others in an equal measure. Thus, a right comes with an obligation to respect others' rights. So, if you want respect, you should also know to respect others. It has to be recognized by the society we live in. Rights acquire meaning only in a society. Every society makes certain rules to regulate our conduct. They tell us what is right and what is wrong. We can say rights are reasonable claims of a person recognized by the society and sanctioned by law. मतलब जिसको समाज भी स्वीकार करे और लॉ द्वारा भी वो मान्य हो. Why do we need rights in a democracy? आखिर इन राइट्स की क्या ज़रूरत है डेमोक्रेसी में? Rights are necessary for very sustenance of a democracy. मतलब डेमोक्रेसी या लोकतंत्र को ज़िंदा रखने के लिए, चलते रहने के लिए राइट्स बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी हैं. इन अ डेमोक्रेसी एवरी सिटीज़न हैज़ टू हैव राइट टू वोट. तो इन्होंने पहला बताया राइट टू वोट and right to be elected to government. This is second right. Rights also perform a very special role in democracy. Rights protect minorities from the oppression of majority. They ensure that the majority cannot do whatever it likes. Rights are guarantees which can be used when things go wrong. तो ये जो हमारे राइट्स होते हैं या अधिकार होते हैं, ये कई बार बहुत बड़ी बड़ी समस्या पैदा होने से बचा ले जाते हैं. दिस यूजुअली हैपन्स व्हेन दोज इन मेजॉरिटी वांट टू डोमिनेट दोज इन माइनॉरिटी. तो मेजॉरिटी के अत्याचार से भी माइनॉरिटी बच निकलती है. द गवर्नमेंट शुड प्रोटेक्ट द सिटीजन्स राइट्स इन सच अ सिचुएशन, बट समटाइम्स इलेक्टेड गवर्नमेंट्स मे नॉट प्रोटेक्ट और इवन अटैक द राइट्स ऑफ देयर ओन सिटीजन्स. That is why some rights need to be placed higher than the government, so that the government cannot violate them. In most democracies, the basic rights of citizens are written down in the constitution. There are certain fundamental rights which are given to the Indians by our constitution. They are right to equality, right to freedom, then right to freedom of speech and expression, right to hold meetings, processions, rallies and demonstrations on any issue, freedom to travel to any part of the country, life or personal liberty, right to life or personal liberty, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights. So I have mentioned some rights which we will discuss in our next video. In brief, you can see a picture here, a diagram here. Which you have to make in your copies. Fundamental rights, then right against exploitation, cultural rights, right to freedom of religion, right to freedom, right to constitutional remedies and right to equality. So thank you for today.